You know, I love games with high-scoring outputs.
Yeah, we all know that. But do you know who had the highest-scoring single game of the 2024-25 regular season? Who scored a league high of 61 points?
Was it De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
We know that huge performances can lead to wins in King of the Court in my team.
You know, I agree, Alexis. And this next winner continuously outperformed everyone else in my team and now takes the 2K TV award for the King of the Court. Congratulations, E-Bands.
What's going on? It's E-Bands, and I'm excited to have received the My Team GOAT Award for this year. Firstly, I want to thank you guys, 2K TV, going from not being extremely known in the community at the beginning of the year to working my way up to being one of the best players in the world, to now being recognized for it. Definitely feels good. Also, I want to thank my friends. We've been playing each other all year, getting each other better. It's a big part of my success. Lastly, but not least, I want to thank my support system within the My Team community. Y'all been amazing. Start this year. Definitely been a great experience because of you guys. As far as what I'm going to do with the VC, definitely going to open up some packs. I'm not sure if I'm opening up a 51 box with the 100 topper yet or a half box. We're going to decide. We're going to figure it out. Getting 2K26, I'm grateful for that. And then have VC to start off next year too. Definitely get the team upgraded in because I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. This is just me getting started. I'll be back, 2K26, top of the leaderboard, same thing, getting back at it. But also the shirt. I'm definitely going to be wearing the shirt the rest of this year and next year. Represents 2K TV award shirt. And once again, thank you guys. I'll see you again next year.
Next up, my favorite mode, My NBA, where you take control of the front office.
You really have to know your basketball to build a winning franchise season after season. This award goes to the player that took the most championship titles across all My NBA modes.
And that player also earns the title Executive of the Year. The award goes to 7.
All right, let's talk about the Rec, my favorite place to do work in NBA 2K. And I can be the first to tell you all, there's some serious competition out there.
Definitely serious competition. And the person who did the best and really defeated all the competition was Chop. Congratulations, Chop, for being the 2K TV award winner for the Rec. Well, how does that feel for you?
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against Phoenix.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Here's the starting group for Houston. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. And it's Thompson in at the point. Now here's Levine. Yep, that one goes. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Here's Thompson. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket.
Fires from 14. Here's Smith. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And smart play by Smith, using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jabari Smith picks one up.
And Harrison Barnes in great body control on that possession, just working against the defender.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Green finds Şengün. And no good that time.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Now here's Brooks. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Brooks outside. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now beasting.
The three from George. Here's Lopez, and that one is good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Rockets trail by 4. Green deciding where to go with it. The offensive rebound. And then Smith with the dunk.
And with his length, Smith can have a huge impact on the boards. He's got sneaky hops, and he's got great quicks off the bounce there to help on those follow-ups. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. It is incredible that George is playing Brent at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined, and he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
And the Rockets making a change here. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Brooks. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Thompson.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Pass to Miller.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
And it's blocked. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Whitmore missing. To the paint, here's Champagnie. And the layup falls.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Green. Beasley with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here is Holiday. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Adams, he's checked in for Houston. And here's Miller outside. Kicks it out to Beasley. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Eason. Second chance shot. Miller grabs the miss. To the inside. And that one's good. Richard.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Whitmore with it, covered by Beasley. And it's Whitmore missing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Levine. Beasley for three. Here's Richards. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Richards got his second basket of the game.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Whitmore. Another miss by Houston. From deep three-point land. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one.
The Rockets
up 5.
16.
And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Houston, trailing by 5. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. The forwards for him will be Brooks and Smith. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Thompson. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Here's George. Following the basket by Jabari Smith.
You see George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Hey, Brett, where would you rank the Lopez brothers as the best NBA siblings?
Well, they've had storied careers, both of them. Certainly in terms of the argument about the best twins to ever play the game, you could make an argument for them. You had, of course, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale in the 60s, Horace and Harvey Grant in the 90s. But what the Lopez brothers have been able to do, not in terms of their longevity, but in terms of their contribution to their teams, both very different. These guys have to be up there.
Now here's Thompson following the miss by Brook Lopez. Adams' shot is off. DiVincenzo finds Anunoby. Outside for George. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the bucket. George has got 8.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Here's Holiday.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
DiVincenzo kicks to George. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Holiday's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Pippen outside. Inside. Barnes can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 10. Holiday attacking. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Barnes. Misses off the left iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against the Knicks, that's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Here's DiVincenzo. That falls. Nice speed that time from Jordan. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points. Timeout called the Rockets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jock Landale's checked in for Jabari Smith. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Jalen Green subbed in for Thompson. Whitmore, and that one drops for him. Whitmore's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Pass to Champagnie.
2 minutes
out left to the wing.
2 minutes.
Passes it to Richards. Rocket 6. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Richards got his 3rd basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Green against Pippen. Green, no luck. Green's gone 1 of 4 so far. And stolen by Şengün. Green against Pippen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Forcing the action down low. Green earning a trip to the strike.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Green.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Champagnie. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Collier. Drains it from beyond the arc. Collier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've been working hard on the offensive glass here in the second. And it's paying dividends. They're getting a lot of second chance points.
And it's Whitmore missing. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Releases from 15. Richards, no good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Here's Eason. Still without a basket. And it's Green missing. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Oh, going over the top, Levine putting his hops on display.
Green inside, guarded by Pippen, and he banks in the layup. Green's got 4 this quarter. Here's Collier, and that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. 1 second left. No good on that one. And so we wrap up the first half. Up by 12. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, you guys playing with a lot of energy out there. What did you do to get that fire going?
We want to win the game. We're coming out here competing. We're tired of losing. It's time for us to start getting on our roll.
You can do that in the second half. Thanks, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Taking a look at this home squad. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They've come out determined to push the pace. Up-tempo offense, getting the ball up court as quickly as possible. Advantage in transition points has been the major difference in this game.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possessions. The one thing you can control is effort.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. A 12-point game. Zach LaVine is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's George. Then it's Barnes. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. Green's gone 1 of 3 from three-point land. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 1 spot. Smith wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And stolen by Şengün. Here's Brooks. Barnes grabs the miss. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Now here's Thompson. It's Brooks on the wing. Excellent D there from George.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Kicks to Lopez. Back to George. Down low. Here's DiVincenzo. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Brooks. 14 feet away. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Brooks.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
From deep, George. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Here's Thompson. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Now here's Lopez. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Good.
Well, over time, the game has changed, and there's some new wrinkles to Lopez's game. And that introduction of space is helping out this offense.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
And coaches look. Looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball. 3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alp's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agreed. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Here's Richards. He has 6, and it's out of bounds. Pass touched by Thompson. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Jock Landale comes in for Smith. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Jalen Green. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Champagnie. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3-point range. Champagnie's got 5.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Pippen. The pass to Champagnie. Here's Richards. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining.
Rockets trail by 15. Here's Thompson. And the shot goes down. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Champagnie. Now, here's Anunoby. No good from the wing. Thompson outside. Shoots over Richards. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bounce pass from Anunoby. Here's Champagnie. Misses the 3. And the Rockets with possession here. Trailing by 13. Pippen with the steal. And here's the fast break. Ahead. And Anunoby slams it in.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
To the wing right side. Eason gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Eason's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Richards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Whitmore. Six on the shot clock. Tries again. Here's Landale. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Pippen. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Eason with it. That one goes. Count it. Eason's got his second bucket tonight.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's Şengün. Here's Thompson. And the shot is long. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
63
up by 12. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Miller, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Beasley. Then it's Williams. And it's George in at the 4 spot.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thompson looking for an opening. Beasley against Green. Offensive rebound out to Miller. The tray. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Brooks against Miller. Brooks, the pass to Smith. And the wide open shot from Green. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with authority, Smith is active. Whew.
Miller outside. Lets it go from deep. And the 3-ball is good.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Green, the pass to Şengün.
You watch Şengün, he has all the moves on the interior.
Foul. First team foul. Shooting for Houston, Alperen Şengün. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Şengün hits them both.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Lopez from long range. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Brooks. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there off the inbound. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Barnes kicks to DiVincenzo. Outside, George launches a 3. The shot will not fall. Rockets trail by 9. Thompson passes to Green. A three-pointer, no good. Green's gone 1 of 5 from deep. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Pass to Levine. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And we've seen this all night. Green with a wide range of ways to score. And, boy, he just keeps coming.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. George, that's a two-pointer. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. Smith, and it's slammed in by Smith.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
It's Miller on the wing. Beasley outside. Puts up a three, and he's good on the three ball.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 10-point game. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And stolen by Thompson. And it's the Rockets on the break. Looking to get it going. Levine with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Here's Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money to Miller. He just generates offense.
Levine against Green with the drive, and it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Williams passes to Miller. Over Thompson. That's good for Miller, the assist by Williams.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Green drives in. And there it is for him. Green's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
To the middle. And Levine with the block.
And what a block from Levine. Love seeing him be so engaged on defense.
Bounce pass, Lopez. Williams in the post. Şengün's there. The shot by Williams. No good. Here's Brooks. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad.
Williams scanning the floor. Lopez against Şengün. Elbow shot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
How about Lopez? Accurate now from the outside, and that jumper looking like a classic set shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 8. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Brooks. They get it again. A second chance effort. The shot misses. It's George on the wing. Brooks covering. Outside for George. Pippen outside. Good on the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Substitution for the Rockets. Cameron Whitmore. Aaron Holiday.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Şengün kicks to Brooks. Shoots the three. And it's Whitmore missing. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Zach. There's been some tough losses of late, but tonight you got the win. How resilient is your group?
You got to be a pro. You got to come out here and we got to do our job. And, we find out we had to get this win. We got to stop losing these games that we can win. And, we got to get back on track.
Well, this is step one, man, in that process. So congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.